We have some additional breaking news this afternoon, so let's get right to it. Political standoff in Venezuela. Senator Marco Rubio has publicly dismissed the possibility of further dialogue with Maduro, stating there was a time to talk, but it's now over. What the Venezuelan people want is freedom, and it's time to act, not to accept proposals that will never be fulfilled. This firm stance signals an end to negotiations and underscores the urgency for decisive action in support of Venezuelan aspirations for democracy. Escalation today in Gaza. In a significant development, a senior security official has reported that the Israeli Defense Forces conducted a targeted strike on gathering of high-ranking Hamas commanders in neighborhoods of Gaza City. This operation marks a major escalation in ongoing hostilities within the region. Reports of secret negotiations on in detail. Throughout the day, Western media outlets have circulated information alleging that the Trump administration has been engaged in clandestine negotiations with Russia concerning a possible peace agreement for Ukraine. The talks were reportedly led by Steve Witkoff on the American side, Dmitriev representing Russia. Unprecedented potential terms of this framework agreement have emerged, many of which would likely be unacceptable to Ukraine. These include Ukraine declaring Russia a state language alongside Ukraine. The front lines in Kherson and Zaporizhzhia largely frozen pending further discussions on the precise territorial boundary. Ukraine would be required to halt strikes deep into Russian territory. The reduction of Ukraine's armed forces and the relinquishment of certain types of weaponry. The United States and other nations would recognize Donbass and Crimea, currently occupied by Russia, as Russian territory, though Ukraine would not be compelled to officially acknowledge this. The Russian Orthodox Church would be granted official status within Ukraine. American officials reportedly believe that the combination of ongoing frontline challenges and a domestic political crisis in Ukraine, centered on a corruption scandal within the Ministry of Energy, may force Zelensky to accept the agreement. It is also noted that the opinions of European countries are considered secondary in this context by the American negotiators, as well as the proposed meeting that was supposed to happen in Turkey has now been canceled as Zelensky has refused the terms of engagement. Then lastly, there has been a fire at a Venezuelan oil facility this afternoon. The fire has broken out at an oil facility. They're compounding the nation's ongoing challenges. We don't know what cause of it and how it occurred. More information to come as it becomes available. And if you enjoyed this content, hit like, subscribe, notification bell so we can deliver more breaking news to you timely and daily. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed.